So it's story time again. Last night I finished work at like just after 8. Come home, put the telly on. It had been scorching hot day, 39 degrees. We got up to and we parked in the full sun. And so just watching telly. About 9:30 at night, everything just goes black. TV goes off, lights go off, and the inverter box thing at the end of the bed with the MPPT and everything in it is just dead. There's no lights and nothing. I'm like, fuck, we've run out of solar. How does that happen? Like, we've never run out of solar. But so I spent half the night awake pondering it, and I didn't want to wake Tom because he's away driving trucks. So I didn't want to ring him. I'm like, oh fuck it, we'll sort it out when the sun comes up. I'll just go to sleep. But it was 39 degrees yesterday, so I did run the air conditioner for about like, say, 8 or 9 hours. I had a fan going, TV, air conditioner, fridge, air fryer, all the things going, like normal, coffee machine. And normally it keeps up, the solar keeps up. And so when I went out last night, I'm laying there in the dark thinking, why the hell did it go out? Like, what's changed? Why doesn't it keep up anymore? The batteries have a monitoring system. And if the temperature in the batteries gets too high, they don't accept charge. Now, I didn't look at the screen all day yesterday. I just took it for granted it was doing its thing, like the sun's out, it's charging, no worries, didn't even think about it. But the monitoring system doesn't accept charge if the batteries are too hot as a protection, so your lithium batteries don't explode and catch on fire. But I didn't even think about that. And then thankfully the inverter MPPT, the management box, it's programmed so when we get to a certain point, instead of draining the batteries to dead flat where you have to jump start them, it just kicks off. So then this morning, as soon as the sun hit the solar panels, ting, 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 everything comes back to life. So that was a lesson learnt. When it's super duper hot, we've got to keep an eye on the temperature of the batteries, because we were harvesting a mile of solar off the roof, but the batteries were not accepting the charge because of the heat in the battery box. So there's a little lesson learnt for us to monitor not just the solar coming off the roof, but what charge is being accepted. And I just didn't even think to look at the box. I'm like, nah, our solar's got it, no worries, plenty of sun, we're all good. But it didn't. So it got down to like 20% last night, turned itself off, and then by 10 a.m. this morning we're already back up to 75% charge. So it doesn't take us long to charge things back up, but it does mean my fridge and freezer were off all night, and I had no lights and no TV and no internet and all that stuff. So pays to still pay attention regardless of how good your solar system setup is. Lesson for the day. Bye. Now, further to that, I just want to add, I just did some Googling on our battery management system, and it cuts off when the batteries get to 45 degrees for safety. And it would have been every bit of that, like 39 degree day, sun hitting the side of a metal box. It would have been every bit of 45 degrees in that battery box we've got. So that for us is... now, in the future, we know, to shade that box, maybe open it up and let some breeze through instead of just being a metal side. Things we can do to manage our batteries on those super hot days so we don't have the same thing happen to us ever again.